sky is blue. Anything I want, baby, I can do. I'm on a roll. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The bad days are gone, and now I'm on a roll. Let me tell you,
That happened quicker than I expected it to. I was reaching for something then. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. How are we all doing this fine Sunday evening? Yeah. I got things to talk about tonight. For a change. I won't be just talking complete shizen, because something is broken on the tubes. And I can't for the life of me figure out what in the name of Charles Dickens is going on. So who do we have anyway? I saw a couple of people earlier. I saw Chris Shapley, and I saw my dad, I mean Mr. Sensible. So who have we got? Oh, first super duper chat of the night from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Adam. Thank you, kind sir, and thank you for the information you shared with me earlier on. Hopefully it will prove to be very useful, because I need help from somebody. So basically this is a situation, and I don't want it to sound like I'm bitching and complaining, because I am. But basically the situation is this. So I don't know who's seen my super chats. Sorry, I don't know who's seen my community posts, my rant on Twitter, my post on Facebook, and everywhere else I've done it. But basically, the last 4 to 6 videos, I've just been going down, 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 diggity, diggity, down. Now, as I said on Twitter earlier on, if there are people who are getting fed up of looking at this, number one, what's wrong with you? I'm lush and modest. And number two, you know, if people are getting fed up with the content I'm putting out, that's fine. I understand that, but I don't think it is that. I'm getting lots of different snippets of information. For example, I've been reliably informed that YouTube have been doing some work on the back end, the studio portion of YouTube, the portion of YouTube that only creators see, and they've reset everybody's notifications back to the default. Now, I've spoken to YouTube as well. Now, I can't get any clarity whether that means notifications have been completely turned off and you have to reactivate them, or if it means that there's a default setting when you click the notifications bell, unless you select all, or I don't really know. I can't. It's so long since I've turned on the bloody notification bell on somebody's channel. I can't remember exactly how it works. So I don't know if it means that. But in that instance, well, and in the second instance, which is I've had about now probably 6 to 10 excuse me, 6 to 10 different messages. Bear with me a sec, I'm choking. I've had about 6 to 10 different messages off 6 to 10 different people, strangely enough, telling me that, and I've got the screenshots to show it as well, telling me that, and I think I shared one of them in my community post, didn't I? Remind me, somebody. Yes, I did. Saying that when they tried to click on my video, they can click on the video fine, although they had no notification for it, as seems to be the pattern. But there's a piece of functionality on YouTube, and when you are watching content that is specifically aimed at children, then and you reduce that video, it stops playing, and there's no comment section, there's no like button, there's no bell notification button to click and select. So some people have been getting that. So there's definitely something really odd going on with the back end of YouTube. And apparently, Andy Donnelly, yes, apparently one person messaged me and said it's exactly the same for my channel, Simon Dan and Conspiracy Cats, and I have fed the information back to the guys, obviously. But yeah, thank you, Mark 10. That's what's happened. they've defaulted everyone's notifications to personalized. So according to Mark Tin, the options are all personalized and none. Now, obviously, to benefit the creator, which may be a very selfish thing to say, but as some of you are aware, I am working towards making this my full-time job, and I'm close. I'm close, but I'm not quite there. But I'd like to be. So you know, from a selfish viewpoint, I'd like you all to click the bell and all click the all button all at the same time. Aha. Lots of alls there. But I know that's not always the case. Another all. But apparently the fix is, and I don't know how risky a maneuver this is, because I don't know how much I can trust you lot. I know what you get up to when you think I'm not looking. Apparently the fix is, certainly for the child-friendly content, is to unsubscribe and then resubscribe. And apparently then it fixes everything and you just have to click the bell notification and select all. So like I say, I've got no way of verifying if that's 100% true or not. But based on what I'm seeing in my analytics, it does seem like the most logical reason for myself and many other creators. Like I jumped out, like my morning routine: get up, go for a pee, smash the kettle on, make a cup of coffee, sit on the sofa and watch a couple of YouTube videos, catch up on stuff and things. And this morning, just out of the channels I subscribe to, there were 2 videos talking about exactly what I'm talking about now. So it just seems, see, and obviously then there's other. Thank you everyone, I really do appreciate it, honestly. I've lost my train of thought now. Imagine that. Football collecting couple, it's been affecting channels like ours since April. Yeah, I've only really noticed it in the last, I don't know, 10 days, maybe 2 weeks. And obviously, if YouTube aren't pushing the videos out, then that has a knock-on effect and it slows down your growth and blah. It was funny, somebody sent me a comment earlier on. Team Skeptic thinks it's cyclical. The algorithm selects you at times and others at times. No, usually I would agree with you straight away, team, but I really think there's more to it at the moment, because what are the odds that myself, Simon, Dan, Conspiracy Cats have all been experiencing the same thing at the same time? So we are the ones that have been picked on the cycle you're talking about. I don't know. I could be wrong, I know, but you know, I'm just pretty frustrated with it all. Boolinator in his house. How you doing, pal? It's just really frustrating, because the thing is, you know, I put so much work into my videos. Calm down. Yeah, I know it may not look like it, but I really do. And to not have people, and I'm not talking about the financial side of things. Obviously, that's important, yeah, but I'm talking about the satisfaction of getting a good initial view velocity. So my own personal metric is that whenever I upload a video, I expect it to have 2,000 views in the first hour. That's just become the normal pattern. And I know Sir Sick is experiencing exactly the same thing as this. And I would hazard a guess and say that he's going to be talking about this in his live stream tonight, because he generally goes live on a Sunday as well, doesn't he? But that's down to 1,000, which I know is still very good. You know, don't get me wrong, but it's half of what I generally get, if that makes sense. But yeah, it's... I knew you'd be back to set the alpha. And you did tell me you'd be back. How are you, mate? So, what was I saying? I've been distracted now in so many different ways. Don John, charisma +1. What does that even mean? I suppose it's better than just straightforward charisma. Yeah, so, you know, Sir Sick, I was talking to Sir Sick a couple of nights ago, and he's experiencing exactly the same thing as me in exactly the same way, and with approximately exactly the same drop off in views and subscribers and everything. I'm guessing this notification going berserk is everybody unsubscribing and resubscribing. So if it is the case, thank you. And if it's not, welcome if you're new. Turtle moves, lurking. You're a lurking turtle. Thank you, Team Skeptic. You were a very kind man. You were a very kind man indeed. And to celebrate, we will do that. That's very distracting, isn't it? Why didn't I think of a simpler notification? But this is where the tidy thing that is now adorning t-shirts and hoodies and cups and whatnot came from, if anybody's interested. Drew Lewis says the settings for my channel hadn't changed his end. Yeah. That does seem to be the general theme, the general consensus. I'm getting a lot of people telling me that nothing has changed and everything is fine. And I'm getting this... But the other side of the coin is I'm also getting a lot of... a lot of people say... Right, hang on. I gotta turn that off. That's really annoying. Me mute it. Right, it's muted, I think. I hope. Possibly. Oh no, I've done it wrong then, obviously. Hang on a sec, because that's really going to bug the arse off me. Alert box. Oh, I'll have to turn it off for a minute. Yeah, but the other side of the coin, I can't even remember what I was going to say now, apart from the other side of the coin. Yes, I can. Lassie something or other has just reminded me. I'm getting a lot of people telling me that they've got no issues at all and everything is fine and as it's always been, and they're getting notified. But I'm also getting an equal number of people, well, not quite an equal number, but quite a high percentage of people telling me that that they are not being notified in my videos, and that it's not showing up on their homepage, it's not showing up in their subscription feed, and they've actually got to actively go out and look for my videos. So what I've done, a la Sir Sick, because you know how much I love him and I copy everything he does. Not really, but I frequently get inspired by things he does. Right, let me mute that so it doesn't get annoying. So basically what I've done, can I copy and paste this? I've put this, which I'm going to share in the side chat now. No, I can't because there's too many letters. So basically, I've put in the description, and I can't comment on this video yet. Yes, I can. And in the pinned comment, important, if you like the channel and want to see it carry on, number one, if you use bell notifications, do me a huge favor and check them. Apparently they've been switched off for most people on most content creators. Number two, make sure you just turn up every Tuesday and Friday, because that's when I upload my videos, apart from this week when I did them on Wednesday and Saturday. but there was a very good reason for that. We had a family emergency and it just delayed everything. Nothing I could do about it. Better late than never. So my videos always go up on a Tuesday and Friday, and I always go live on a Sunday. Well, I shouldn't say always. Oh, see, I've turned the alert box off and now we're not seeing the super chats. Right, we'll have to put up with... I will read the super chats out though. Whoever just said that, where's it gone? Lord of the Stack, don't worry, I always read the super chats out. So, like I say, my videos always go up on a Tuesday and Friday anyway, so you can just look for them. Not that I expect it, but you know, if you want to see my videos, you know, if you've been here a long time, that I upload on a Tuesday and Friday. So if you don't get notified, look for them. Or the other thing you could do, again, which just says, you know, whatever's causing the decline in views is a pain in the scrot. That's not what it says in the pinned comment, but I'm paraphrasing. Please follow me on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook, or join my Discord server. Because out of those 4 places, each one of those 4 places gets the notification sent out. So please follow me on one of my social media platforms. I'm as equally active on all of them as I can be. I post something on all 3 pretty much daily. No, that's a lie. I don't post on Instagram every day because I haven't got enough subscribers to make it worthwhile doing. I'm getting close to 1,000, but no cigar. But yeah, follow me on one of my social media platforms because I do send out a notification for every single video I upload. So, you know, if we can't sort of beat the way YouTube notify people, then we'll work out a way to notify ourselves. Adrian England. Completely random, but my little girl is hanging around. Can you say Melody Bow? Of course I can. Is the village idiot? It's her dog. You'll piss her off and she'll leave me to watch you in peace. I can't tell a sweet little girl that her dog is the village idiot, especially when my dog is probably much more of an idiot than hers. But hello, Melody Bow. Yeah, Bacon Earth is bizarre. Is it? I really don't know what's going on with the notification system on the tubes at the moment. But no problem, Adrian England. It's my pleasure, pal. You're welcome. I've all but disconnected from other platforms, says Mr. Andrat. Yeah, I know not everybody uses social media, and the thing is, that's part of what makes it tricky for me, is because of the demographic that watch my videos. You know, if I go into the studio app and look at my demographic, it would seem that the vast majority of you are equally as old as I am. So, you know, let's have a look. My audience tab. 93.6% of my audience is male, 6.4% are female. Biggest age group watching me is 35 to 44. Second biggest is 25 to 34. Third biggest is 45 to 54. So that's not prime social media using sort of age, if that makes sense. But that being said, my dad's 75 and he's on Instagram. He doesn't know how to do anything, and he'll usually comment on a photo that I posted like 5 years ago and ask me why didn't I tell him that I was going there, because he doesn't quite get it. But yeah, it's if you want to be notified and you are not receiving the notifications that are built into the YouTube website or Android or iOS app, then you can either look for the videos on a Tuesday and a Friday, or you can follow me on one of my social medias. You can go onto any of them. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, just search Creaky Blinder and you will find me. Because there is only one me. Luckily for you. But it's just getting on my nerves. You know, I've worked too hard to have this all fall apart because of a bloody computer algorithm. Right, let's have a look at some of these super chats. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Adam, £5. Thank you for remembering the #1 rule of YouTube videos. Keep it entertaining. I do try my best. I honestly do. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Adam, how about a good old-fashioned subscription email? Yeah, that sounds like an awful lot of work to set up. I know nothing about email lists. It's an idea I've had, and I'm convinced there must be some sort of software that can sort of populate your email list from emails you receive into your Gmail account, but I don't know enough about it to be able to implement that idea. And I've had a little look before, did a bit of the old Google foo, and I couldn't find any that didn't cost obscene amount of money. Wolverine 6668, how are you, pal? Sorry I'm late, what's happening? Not a lot, actually. Not a lot at all. In general, across the whole channel. And that's what I'm trying to talk about tonight. I'm trying to get an understanding of what's going on. Yeah. Google moderate the team. Hey, what? I have no idea. Mr. Andrat says Logical uses an email list. I may sign up. Yeah, I just don't. Does anybody watching now? How many people are watching? Oh, bloody hell, 315 people watching. That's a good turnout, which kind of contradicts everything I'm talking about, doesn't it? For a live stream, anyway. But what I was saying is, if anybody who is watching now does know how to set up an email list without it costing an obscene amount of money, then send me an email. Or DM me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, the Creaky Blinder at gutmail.com, otherwise known as Gmail. Right, let's have a look at these super chats. Lord of the Stack, $5 Australian. Hello from Australia. I happen to be awake for your live stream for once. Oh, sorry, I forgot Australia doesn't exist. Never mind. Well, I'm glad you exist, and thank you for being here, especially as it's Monday. It's early hours of Monday morning in Australia, isn't it? Chris Shapley, everyone's favorite veterinarian, DVM CVA, $10 US. I blame faulty tubes. We're all at a funny age after all. Yeah, you might be right there, Chris, actually. The plot hole. Oh, yeah. There's a 24-hour live stream going on as well. So once I'm finished, why don't you pop over and show the guys some support? And that's from the plot hole. It's on Irish Demons channel. Irish Demons. Chris Y, here's a conspiracy for you. £5, by the way. The reason you're having issues is that YouTube has been taken over by flat lads, woo peddlers, and their what? Ilk? I don't know what an ilk is. I thought it was a baby something. Oh no, that's an elk. That's not even a baby. Shut up. Silef, $4.99 US. Flat Earth burnout. Maybe I'm a long time subscriber to Simon Dan, but watched less lately. Just burnt out on the flat Earth thing. Same argument and rebuttal. Yes. Silef and no at the same time. Because I don't only make flat earth content. Sometimes I can go weeks without making any flat earth videos. So whilst I do agree with you, and flat earth does have a habit of just getting a bit boring and flat, I don't only make flat earth content. I'll make fun of anyone. They don't have to be a flat earther. They just have to be make funnable of. The Clyde 950, $10 US, no message. Thank you, Clyde. Or the Clyde, to give you your full title. Is it, or is it Mr. 950? I'm never sure. Yeah, it's really getting on my wick. Really getting on my thruppeny bits, and I just don't know what to do about it. I just don't know what the fix is, but I know that it's not just me. I came across, I don't know, is anybody familiar with Jackmate? He's a YouTube channel with, I don't know, what's he on? Jackmate. What's Jackmate on? 1.33 million subscribers, and his second channel, which is called More Jackmate, It's nearly as imaginative as Creaky Blinder 2, you know, that channel that I've still not started using yet, but I'm working on it. He's got 250,000 on there, and he's having exactly the same issues as me. Little old 35,500K me. But a channel that's got over 2 million subscribers between his two channels is having exactly the same issue, which is why I don't think it's flat earth burnout. I don't think it's cyclical. But again, I'm more than happy to, you know, admit that I could possibly be wrong. I really, really, really do think that YouTube have done something in the back end that's preventing some channels from being pushed out. Robert Caslow, I'm talking about Jack, mate. He's got, his main channel's got 1.33 million, and his oh no, it's not bloody 2 million, is it? It's 1.7. Oh, well, it's nearly 2 million then. Tim Cowell, no, I have still not replaced my my face roasting lamp. I've still got a soft box just off screen here with a massive bulb in it, which is huge, absolutely massive. And I just remembered that my fan's plugged in. Oh, Itchib, with 2 million subscribers, I would guess he has enough coins to rub together if he had 2.2 million. Nah, this is the thing, see? Yeah, he's probably making a really nice living, but he's not making a nice living if he's not getting views. There's a big, big misconception about how much money people make on YouTube. You know, he's making a nice living. Yeah, of course he is. But it's not sort of millionaire money, not by a long shot. But anyway, we're not here to talk about Jack, mate, because we're just not. He can sort his own problems out. I'm trying to establish what's going on with my own channel. And call me selfish, but I don't care what's going on with this. Another super chat from Camille Zoo. I never understand why there's an S and a Z together. Is it Sabo? Zabo? Maybe YouTube stop supporting conspiracy stuff. Wouldn't it be nicer where it would not exist, even if channels closed? We all laugh at. I don't know. You'll never get rid of conspiracies. Never in a million years. As long as there are people alive, there will be conspiracy theories. It doesn't matter what we do, what we say, what we try to do to them to put them off. It's never going to happen. Never going to happen at all. NS Sherlock, how much views do you need to live? That's a very... Are you asking me specifically or across the platform in general? Because that's a very, very broad question, a very open-ended birthday. Happy birthday, Misha. See you now in a minute, Peter Quinn. NS Sherlock, they bitch about freedom of speech. Who is? I thought you just asked me something to do with... Yeah, Audrey, good evening, by the way. I've not said hello to you yet. How rude. How rude. Okay, NS Sherlock, I'll address that in a sec. Flat Earth is played out. And I've got to be honest, I am finding it more and more difficult to find videos suitable to make videos about. If that makes any sense. So I would agree with you. Across the platform, there's so many factors, NS Sherlock. It's not just a case of how many views you get. It's how many views you get. That goes hand in hand with your audience retention. Because you don't earn money for a view. Technically, you earn money for how long that view lasts. And whether or not. So, let's have a show of hands. Like Talon is doing now. Hey. How many people, when they choose to watch my videos, go straight on and watch another one of my videos or another video from another creator. Let me see a thumbs up if you do that. So you watch one of my videos or you watch one of Conspiracy Cat's videos, then you continue and watch another video immediately after. Because that's what YouTube like. Because what we all need to remember, creators and viewers alike, is that YouTube is just a company. It's a business. And they don't want people jumping on and watching 5 minutes of a 20-minute video, then buggering off. They want you to watch the whole video. And then they want you to watch one of the videos I show in my end card, which usually appears about here. Or they want you to look in the sidebar, which is that side, isn't it, usually? And they want you to click one of the videos there. The last thing they want you doing is buggering off somewhere else. They want to keep you on the platform as long as humanly possible. And the thing is as well, that's why, I don't know, has anybody noticed that if they comment on one of my videos or anyone else's videos and they include a link to an external website, that it never gets seen? Has anybody noticed that? So, you know, like for example, if on the video, Friday's video, which ended up going up on Saturday because I couldn't finish it. So if you post a link to, I don't know, sciencetoday.com, and you'll never see that comment appear. Ever, because links get put into the spam folder. Number one, I rarely look in the spam folder because there's two subfolders. There's the spam folder and then there's held for review. Now, if something ends up in the spam folder, unless it's a blatant error, it never sees the light of day. But if there's a link on it, I just delete it. And I'm sure a lot of other creators either delete it themselves or leave it there. Because what you're doing there, unintentionally, I know, but you're sending people off YouTube. And YouTube really, really don't like that. They want you on their website. They don't want you going to Science Today or Physics Tomorrow or Chemistry Next Week.com. As far as they're concerned, YouTube is the only website that matters. So, you know, if you ever do share a link, then, you know, don't be offended or upset if your comment appears to disappear. Appears to disappear. It's not that it's disappeared. It's that it's filtered into a spam folder because I don't want my channel to be considered to be a channel that sends people away from YouTube. And again, I know that may come across as selfish, and maybe it is, maybe it's not, but I don't really care either way because I'm trying to make this a sustainable source of income. And I can only do that with the support of people like Brian Shannon, who was super chatted $2. Thank you, Brian. And Indie Tiger, who's just super chatted $10 US. Other channels with sci-fi topics are having the same issues. Notifications being changed, subscribers being taken away, and I heard that YouTube is supporting corporate channels. I've heard that as well, but that's always a back-end rumor. That's always something that people say, and I dare say there's a certain element of truth in it because, again, this goes back to the fact that YouTube's a business, so the bigger the channel, then there's more incentive for YouTube to support and push that channel, isn't it? Because that bigger channel that is getting millions of views compared to my 10 and 20 and 30,000 views is making a hell of a lot more money for YouTube than I ever will. Well, than I am now. You know, fingers crossed I will go on to be a bigger channel. Because that's what I'm working for, and I'm not going to pretend that that's not why I'm here. Of course it is. I love what I do. I really enjoy it, but I'm not going to be one of those people who say, oh, I just do this because it's fun. Yeah, that's how it started off. Unfortunately for me, because I enjoy it, it still is fun. But I'm not going to pretend that money isn't a part of it for me. Of course it is. It always baffles me that, you know, why do people lie about it? Why pretend that you're not doing it in part for the money? I don't see any sense in that. What's the point in lying about it? This is now pretty much my job. So, Simon Spencer, you're the first name I've seen. I don't know, are you an astrophysicist? Are you a bus driver? Are you a waiter in a restaurant? I don't know. A doctor, a nurse. You could be anything. But whichever one of those things you may or may not be, you don't do it just because you love it. You may love it, but you also, if somebody took away the ability for you to earn money by doing it, you would just disappear from that job. Some viewers don't like to hear about what itShape. Again, because of the delay, I've lost what you may have been referring to. But does that make sense? Does that make sense? So itShape, let me know what some viewers don't like to hear about. I'm not sure what you're referring to, because I know I'm waffling a little bit, and it's funny because I'm on 341 or 343 viewers now, which is the most I've ever had. That YouTubers want to make money. Yeah, okay. Well, that just makes them unrealistic then, doesn't it? Because it depends on how you're approaching it. Now, you've got to be so careful when you talk about this sort of thing, because... So, okay then, itShape, why... Some people don't want to hear about it, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. But what do some people think that people like me and other content creators are doing it for then, if not for financial reward? The difference is, and I've said this loads of times before about loads of different topics, the difference is I'm not going to pretend that I'm doing it for some holier than thou or noble reason just to please somebody who may be offended by the fact that I'm discussing this tonight. Because I don't know. Warren Evans says YouTube's been advertising London Real, which is a conspiracy broadcast. Yeah, Brian Rowe. He's in big trouble at the moment, isn't he, for basically crowdfunding over £1 million and then not doing with it what he promised to do. So yeah, probably best not to talk about him. But yeah, I get what you're saying, itShape. I know that not everybody is comfortable hearing people talk about this sort of thing, but sometimes things just need to be spoken about. I don't know. Take care, Bob Walsh. I'll see you later. itShape, I'm no expert, but the internet is still in some sort of anarchy state. Everything is supposed to be free, so some people get triggered. Nothing's free. Nothing is free. Apart from free stuff. Audrey Rabideau. Do I say your name right, Audrey? I said I wasn't going to say your surname anymore, didn't I? Anyway, Audrey, this is work for you, so you should get paid. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. If, I don't know, Audrey, are you a doctor? Are you a brain surgeon? Are you a social worker, bus driver, van driver? I don't know what you do, but again, no matter how much you love doing any of those things, if one of those things happens to be what you do by blind luck, then you want to be financially rewarded for doing that thing. But I do take on board what you say, itShape. Some people aren't comfortable. John Clark, I'm talking like there's some sort of issue. You didn't see the beginning of the live stream then, did you? Yeah, there is something's going on in the background, and there's a lot of creators trying to figure out what that is. Willie face to you as well, Mr. Stavonsky or Stavowski or whatever. Audrey's a forklift operator. I don't like it, but it pays the bills. I can drive a forklift. I used to drive a forklift years ago. I used to love it. It was fun. Used to try and do wheelies and see how fast I could go around the corner carrying a 200-litre oil drum without tipping the forklift over. But as long as my ex-boss isn't watching, nobody will ever find out. Nobody will ever find out. Watching Creaky trying to guess people's jobs is my new favorite content. No, that's not the point of the live stream. I'm not here to try and guess people's jobs. It was just as an example. £5 super chat from Mr. Sensible. Creators deserve recompense. If people don't like it, don't take part. Oh, and watch Mr. Sensible, he's much better looking. And much older, clearly, as it shows. Yeah, but sadly, not everyone sees that. Itchib, I probably couldn't do that. I probably couldn't do that. And I don't think I would be safe to be allowed to try either, in fairness. But I used to love driving the forklift. It was proper good fun. When I was very young when I used to do it, like in my early 20s, so I was even more childish than I am now, if that's even possible. But I was. But there we go. Bet you can't guess what I do for a living. Oh, wait. Should I be able to, Dan? Do I know you? Mm-hmm. Some people create content as a hobby with no expectation of compensation. This is work, so you get paid. Yeah, and that's where I started. When I started making videos, I'm not two, obviously. My channel is 2 years old in August. And I can't believe, for one, that I'm actually still doing it. I honestly thought that I'd make a couple of videos and I'd get fed up with it and I'd just move on and start doing something else. So to me, I feel like I've achieved huge amounts just by being here 2 years later, and fortunately still enjoying making videos as much as I did when I started 2 years ago. So that's good. We are here to make you successful by watching your content. We are the Blinder Gang now. How is Lord Callum and Mrs. Blinder? Mrs. Blinder's downstairs and Lord Callum is in his own house, and they're both very well, thank you. Wolverine 6668. If people have a problem with you earning money, that's on them, not you. Yeah. Super chat from Lord of the Stack. To change the topic, Creaky, any advice for when friends start becoming conspiracy tards? How to pull them back rather than isolating them? I'm probably the worst person you could ask that question, because I have got, and I've said this in live streams before, my tolerance for conspiracy theorists is really, really low. Now, again, I've said I know that some conspiracies go on to be proven to be true, and that's fine. But there's a big disconnect between what we now consider to be a conspiracy and what conspiracies were initially. All the word conspiracy means, in its most basic term, is more than one person plotting to do something behind other people's backs. Essentially, I know that technically, somebody's asking me for the link to the merch store. So there is the link to the merch store where you can buy stuff like this. And it's all lovely, jubbly, jubbly, lovely stuff. So, yeah, the word conspiracy has lost its meaning. And I think because of that, it's made me overly cynical to where now I refuse to believe anything that I can't find a suitable explanation for myself. Do you know what I mean? So my son and I are having a discussion at the moment about aliens. Now, I absolutely think that there are aliens. out there. Not up in the corner of my room, out in space. There has to be. I think it's totally impossible that we could be alone in the universe. But again, I could be wrong. Now, my son, on the other hand, 100% believes that aliens have been visiting Earth for a number of years. That's what he believes. That's fine. He's my son. I love him. I'm not going to argue with him and tell him he's wrong. But I would need to see something tangible. No, not Lord Callum, JK, my other son, my eldest son. I would need to see something tangible because that's another thing. See, this is a terrible example, but I'll use it to illustrate my point. If something was to happen and by some miracle it turned out that the Earth was flat, I would be more than happy to admit that I've been making an idiot of myself for the last 2 years. Once it had been proven to me beyond any shadow of a doubt, and unfortunately that's the way I tend to think about everything now. I need to see, not necessarily see it with my own eyes, because obviously I've never been up to space and seen the globe from space. Do you know what I'm saying? It's kind of, I need there to be supporting evidence now. I can't just blindly believe anything anymore. Yeah? No? Somebody's just said in the side chat, this is also happening to Professor Stick. So, it's really not much fun. Really, really, really not much fun. Just out of interest, because somebody just asked, and I'm in there now. How many people watching have actually bought an item of merchandise ever? Give me a thumbs up if you've ever bought merchandise. So there's two different types of face mask now. There's the tidy face masks that were requested and have subsequently been added to the App Store, and the Creaky blinder one. But again, I suspect that my merchandise doesn't do particularly well because of the demographic that watches me. You know, you will all have noticed by watching my videos that I rarely wear graphic tees. I nearly always wear a plain black t-shirt because it matches my heart. So, you know, it's I think that's what it is. That's why my merchandise doesn't do particularly well. You know, and I've had other people saying as well, going back to well, I don't want to go back to it. What was I going to say? Talking about the or maybe X Penguin says trucker hat arrived perfect except for the accent. You must have ordered it from the wrong merch store then, X Penguin. Because it can't be one of mine if it's got an accent, can it? Come on, sort it out. Somebody said that maybe. Yeah, I've got a couple of my own, you know, couple of t-shirts and things of my own merchandise, but you know, I tend not to wear many graphic t-shirts. You know, it's John Clark, that's got nothing to do with it. I do not always wear black because it's slim in. How very rude. That's exactly why I always wear black. Good shout. But thanks for making me forget what I was going to say. It had something to do with, yes. So people are saying, is it the fact that the niche I'm in is just too restrictive? That there just aren't enough people looking to watch the type of content I make, i.e. pointing and laughing at flat earthers, mainly, and other conspiracy theorists. But I don't think that's right. Because how would you explain why Simon Dan's got 364,000 subscribers then? That blows that theory straight out of the water, doesn't it? You know, all right. Maybe there's a lot of people who, how can I word this now? Maybe there's people who like Dan's approach to the flat earth. And they dislike my approach to it, and vice versa. So, you know, I've said many times to many people, I believe that there's an audience for everybody on YouTube. It's just a case of getting those eyes on your content, which is very difficult to do. Very, very difficult to do. 364k isn't very much, says Silef. It's 10 times more than I've got. Well, more than 10 times more. I'm on, what am I on right now this second? I am on 35,951 subscribers. So Simon Dan's channel is 10 times bigger than mine. You know, it's so yeah, there we are. Steve022. That's the perfect way to describe. This is from your opinion, obviously. I couldn't have said this because I would have made myself sound like a right dick, wouldn't I? I watch you and Dan for different reasons. You're funnier, but Dan is more informative. Well, yeah. And I know I repeat myself, and I know I say I've said this before, but I have. If you want very accurate scientific information around anti-flat earth, then watch Simon Dan. If you want to watch somebody just making fun of them and laughing at things they say, making fun of the way they speak, for example, when I said in Friday's video, which came out on Saturday, that Taboo Conspiracy sounds like Kermit the Frog, he does, in my opinion. My channel, I can say what I want. Then watch me. Does that make sense? If you want scientific information, watch Dan. If you want a bit of a laugh, watch me. Or watch us both. If you're in the mood to be made to laugh, sorry, watch me. If you're on a quest for knowledge, watch Dan. Power to the people. But always watch Dan after you've watched me, obviously. You know, because so how can I say this again now? I'm being very careful what I say tonight because I don't want to come across in the wrong way. So it's like I don't know how to say that. Somebody's just said right, we'll come back to that. Super chat. Blah, 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 blah. Aaron Warlath. Oh, hang on. Oh, I've missed a few. Sorry, peeps. Shannon T. $2 US. Thank you, Shannon T. No message, but thank you all the same. Mug Thug the Mighty. $2 Canadian. I've been curious about how to earn an income here. Aren't we all, mate? Aren't we all? Mess on one. I use uBlock Origin. There's something to make up for it. Enjoy. Thank you very much indeed. £10. Aaron, $5 US. Do a video about QAnon. I've not really come across any videos around QAnon that lend themselves to my style of content. So I'm not overly familiar with your name, so I'll just very quickly say this because I've said it many, many times before, but part of my criteria is if somebody sends me a video and it's more than 30 minutes long, I'll be honest with you, I never even watch it. So it's pointless because I haven't got the time to watch it. But I like short, snappy videos that I can make a short, snappy response to. Because my videos are nearly always under 15 minutes, unless the video I'm making makes me take it beyond 15 minutes. Because I don't see the point in making a video longer just for the sake of making it longer. My videos are as long as they need to be. So I've not come across a QAnon or QAnon, however you pronounce it, video yet that fits in with that sort of idea. But if you know of any, send it over. thecreakyblinder@gmail.com, or DM me on one of my social medias. Just search Creaky Blinder. Oh, Audrey, that's a sore subject. That's a very sore subject. Everyone assumed I got done for speeding on my bike. I didn't. It was in my stupid car. And I also got done for speeding again, and 11 days later. And I thought I would just be able to do a second speed awareness course, but sadly, no, that's not how it works. Yeah, so I'm getting 3 points on a fine anyway. All for the sake of 3 miles an hour. But what can you do? Rules are rules, I suppose. Brainless Steel NL, I have absolutely no idea. I have absolutely no idea. I pulled that very same face when I found out Chris Shapley. The face of shocked horror. Yeah, my videos are always more than 10 minutes mess on. If that's how you say your name. Radical Plays! There we are, see? Radical did not get the notification. Either that or he's just trying to join in. It's too late now, thin chap. I've already done it. I've already done the speed awareness course because the discrepancy was more than 3 miles an hour the second time. It was 14 miles an hour. So I've just got to take the points and, you know, do it. Do it. It's a shame, but it is what it is. M from MI6. Can I say what? I'm not familiar. Why is that not working? Well, that went well, didn't it? I don't know what the hell's happened to my CGI clip. Really done. Good evening, Caroline Clark. How are you? Doc Osiris. Dr. Osiris. How are you? Trans girl, I checked your store. The t-shirts I like are not available for women. All the t-shirts on my merch store are the unisex. I always select the unisex ones, trans girl. The reason I did used to have some, actually I may still have some. If you listen, trans girl, send me an email, thecreakyblinder@gmail.com. Let me know which t-shirt it was you liked, and I will add the female version especially for you. How does that grab you? Can't say fairer than that, can I? Can't say fairer than that. Anyway, so yes, I will do a video about QAnon, but I've got to find one. Dumb question, your speed limits in miles per hour. Yes, they are, IB Hunter, and on most roads it's 30 miles per hour. The Salty Gamer has become a channel member. Thank you very much indeed, the Salty Gamer, and welcome. Illuminous Poo. Poo. $2 US. Don't let it get you, man. We love you. Thank you very much. Mug Thug the Mighty. $5 Canadian. I don't wear any kind of pullover. I only wear button-up shirts. If you could do a button-up shirt in your t-shirt store, then I would be interested. Sadly, there are no button-up shirts in the... There are no button-up shirts. The dark grey one with tidy. Okay, that's fine, trans girl, but can you please do me a favor? Will you email it to me? Because if it's an email, it increases your chances of me remembering to do it to about 95% instead of the 0 it is asking me to remember just because you told me in the side chat. I as wrong as it is, I will I'll just forget. So please email me and I will get that sorted for you. If I get the chance, I'll do it straight after this stream. Or should I do it for you now? Can I modify my merch store and talk to you, lovely lot? Karen Torelli, I'm a 13-year-old boy, so I'm cool. I'm not a 13-year-old boy. I'm a 47-year-old man. Right then. Listings. This is risky. You mean, trans girl, you mean the hashtag tidy in grey. Okay, let's give this a bash. Let's give this a bash. Yes. Anyway. Got my Creaky face mask. It's awesome. Thank you, Kiri Mac. I'm glad you approve. There are now tidy face masks in there as well. Do you know, did anybody ever think there would be a day where they were buying merchandise from their favourite YouTube creators merch store that was based around the Lagerlurgy, and somebody, Shadowrunners, just bought a face mask as well, a tidy face mask. It just absolutely blows my mind. I cannot believe that this that this is what it's come to. Absolutely nuttier than a squirrel turd. Unbelievable. And I need a swig. I'm making myself thirsty as a mofo. Oh, dear me. Right. Hashtag tidy. Archive. Duplicate settings. Analytics. Settings. Edit. Can I add Woman's Tea Classic? Hang on a second, I'm getting very confused here. Doobie 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 doo doo. Click on that. Ah, right, yes, I see. So the women's version is their trans girl. It's just only available in white, isn't it? Why did I do that then? What an actual idiot. Why would anyone do that? You're right, trans girl. It is only available in white. Makes me wish I could work out how to alter a listing. I'm going to have a look at it later, but I will leave it on my screen. So that I don't forget to do it, but I promise I will do it for you later on. I promise I will do it for you later on. Biggie says, you always think the earth is a ball, you're always confused. I am always confused, and the reason I always think the earth is a ball is, let me think. Because it is. Yeah, yay, back to you as well, trans girl. I will do it for you later, I promise. Yeah, more tattoo questions. How many tattoos have I got? Lots. Too many to count. 90% of which you have not and never will see. Intellectual Youth. Hi, Creaky mate. Did you look out for Vernon Coleman? I did, actually. And I have added Vernon Coleman to my possible videos list. Do you know, I feel quite pleased with myself tonight. I've had 300 plus people watching the entire live stream. And you've got to bear in mind these two factors. Factor one, I've probably been talking about the most boring thing I have ever spoken about in a live stream. For very selfish reasons, but, you know, sue me. And factor two, that the Dragon Splashdown was happening. Dropped the ball on that one, didn't I? No, James, Vernon is not the guy from Austin Powers. That is the late Vern Troyer, who passed away either last year or the year before. So no, not the same people, I'm afraid. I don't think that is where you should put the ether, Creaky. What ether? Doctor Who, no, it is not CBD, it is e-liquid, wine gums flavour. Madge Kind, love your voice, Creaky Blinder, rock on. Thank you, dude. Or dudette. Dude. Greza prefers the Creaky splashdown. Yeah, I've never had this many people watching me live. It's making me a bit nervous. But I've got my fan on, so I'm not sweating tonight. What car have I got? I've got a stupid Renault Megane C-Neck, which is the worst car I have ever bought in my life. Absolutely awful. Do not buy one. Boycott Renault. Your pal Al, thoughts on making a Karen video? I do want to make a Karen video. I just haven't really looked for a suitable target video yet, but there will be a Karen video coming at some point because I've noticed a few of the other guys have started to make some already. Lithium, how do you know I've never had a Yugo? I may have. Daniel Glasser, Creaky Blinder, how does it feel to be the only YouTube creator without an accent? Well, this is the thing, Daniel. It's nice to have a point of difference from everyone else on YouTube. And if my only redeeming quality is my lack of accent, then I'm good with that. I will run with it. Because some of these people that I make videos about, the way they speak, I mean, come on. Is there any need for it? Just speak in your normal voice, Mosh. That's all it takes. Radical the Unhallowed Knight, you are, of course, the other exception to the rule. I would never imply something so ridiculous to one of my YouTube colleagues. One of my esteemed YouTube colleagues. I would never do such a thing. Said before about branching out into cryptids. It's a big pool to dip into without branching out too far from the point and laugh arena. Yeah, I just... Exactly, trans girl. It's ridiculous, isn't it? Since when could anybody assume that I've got an accent? Never heard anything so bloody stupid in my life. Get a grip, everyone. For goodness sake. Yeah, I know Team Skeptics made a Karen video. He's made a couple of them, I think. Fight Flat Earth has made a Karen video. Leon Lush has made Karen videos. I love Leon Lush. He's one of my favourite creators. Yeah. No, you're right enough there, James. Anyone who buys a Renault can't complain about how shit it is. But I'm doing it. Intellectual Youth. Apparently I'm in the 77th Brigade or something because I don't believe in wackos on YouTube spouting nonsense. Well, there's worse places to be, I suppose. Worst places to be. Pontiac 5 U9. I'm going to let that one slide through because you are absolutely right. As I have found out by owning one. Some German cars are good. Mercedes, BMW. Google moderator team drives a Renault. Or, no, that's a Reno. Is that a different thing, Google moderator team? I'm not entirely sure. I'm not entirely sure. But there we go. Right, sorry peeps. Am I keeping up with the super chats? Yes, I am. Because I don't want anybody to tell me off for not keeping up with the super chats again. Just to just to raise the excitement, we have a very, very good debate lined up. Well, interview / debate lined up for Wednesday on the Agree to Disagree channel. So if you have not subscribed to the Agree to Disagree channel, do it now. To quote Arnold Schwarzenegger, it is a very, very, very good one, and I think everybody's going to enjoy it. I can see lots of people in the side chat now talking about Karen videos. If anybody's got a Karen video that they would particularly like to see me reacting to, shoot it over on email. You know you want to. Help a brother out. I know I'm not your brother technically, but I am a brother because I've got a brother. So send it over. $650. Where have you always wanted to ride? Isle of Man or NC500? Neither really. I don't ride fast. That's why I've got a cruiser. I just like riding my bike. Not bothered how fast I'm going. Oh yeah, of course, Mr. Sensible's done a Karen video as well, isn't he? I haven't had a chance to watch that one yet. But yeah, it seems that Karen videos, maybe it may, you know, actually thinking about it from a logical perspective, it may be the right time to make a Karen video now, because with everything going to the dogs, then it might be the right time to do it. Transgirl's got a Mini Cooper, not the BMW version, an older one, 20 years old, so I don't have to pay taxes. I used to have one of those myself. I used to have a Mini Cooper myself, an old Mini Cooper, not the new BMW rubbish ones. Sheepgoat Quack, good evening. More likes than concurrent viewers, are you sure? 329 likes, 315 viewers. Back of the net. Go me. See, that's the funny thing with everything I've been talking about tonight. Now, this live stream is a contradiction in terms, isn't it? Because this is the busiest live stream I've ever had. Because I think it peaked at 345, was it? I know I've bored about 30 people into submission, but it was up at 345. And 344 likes. That's awesome, that is. Thank you, everybody. And there's me thinking everyone hates me. Dakota Dad, you are very late. I'll be going off in 15 minutes. Maybe less if the batteries that power my mouth run out before the 15 minutes expire. Oh, Nige H, that sounds like a dodgy thing to be searching. But, yeah, I think I may make a Karen video. Shall I make a Karen video this week? Give me a thumbs up if you want me to make a Karen video this week. And by this week, I mean for Tuesday's video. But if you do want me to make a Karen video, help me out. And send me some Karen videos. That would be good, wouldn't it? Be absolutely bloody marvellous. Karen video it is then. Drew Lewis, nobody mentioned me being boring. It's a bit rude, isn't it? Keep your thoughts to yourself. Oh no, it was me, wasn't it? I said I've already bored people into submission. Yeah, it's just, I know this isn't sort of the way I usually do my live streams. Well, no, that's not strictly true, is it? This is pretty much exactly how I do my live streams. Things where people say part 2, says Audrey. I can do another one of those possibly, yeah. Because we say a lot of weird things. We really, really do. Like Llanfair, Pwll Gwyngellt, Go Gerich, Windroboth, Llantysilio, Go Go Goch. It's a stupid thing to name a railway station, isn't it? But there we go. Karens and what? And their pet chads. I don't even know what that means, Dov. I'm old and not very cool. So some things need a more adequate explanation than that. Now, I don't know whether people are unsubscribing and resubscribing as I've asked them to, or whether I've started picking up subscribers again. Because the thing is, it's funny, somebody messaged me, not messaged me, sorry, somebody commented on yesterday's video and said, oh, 40k by the end of August. Not if things carry on like this. I'd be lucky to hit 40k by the end of 2020 if things carry on the way they're going. Intellectual youth, you're summoning aliens there, mate. Am I? Please don't tell me there's somebody standing behind me and I haven't seen him yet. Oh, Chad is a male equivalent of a Karen. Ah, right. So a male dickhead instead of a female dickhead then. Let me elaborate. A male, self-important, self-entitled dickhead instead of a female, self-important, self-entitled dickhead. Welsh is a very weird lingo. You're right, intellectual youth. We got letters in words that don't need to be there. Letters that are there that we don't even bother pronouncing. And we combine two letters together to make one completely different letter. Like, do you know what two L's is in Welsh? And it's not like in LL Cool J. It's not that simple. It's, as in Llanelli. So you know when you think Welsh people are gonna flob one on you? It's not. They're just trying to say the name of the city they live in. So two L's is a, two D's is a stupid. Caroline Clark, you want us to unsubscribe and resubscribe. It depends on whether or not you're having the issues, Caroline Clark. I said right at the beginning of the live stream, and I won't repeat the whole thing, but basically, some people are not getting notified. Some people are finding that my videos are showing up as recommended for kids, and apparently the fix is to unsubscribe and then resubscribe. Simple. Right, so a Chad is a male Karen. Trans girl, Welsh are weird. Aww. And I was going to do a special t-shirt for you after this. Yeah, I am weird. You're right, you've got me. What can I can't deny it, can I? Do you perhaps play any musical instruments? I do play musical instruments, perhaps. In my formative years, I used to play the Willy banjo quite a lot. But as I progressed into adulthood, I took up the keyboards. Now, I've played the keyboard since I was a very small child. But I haven't played for years. Years and years and years and years. And I have got a guitar, which I play really badly, so I never will on... Oh. I bet you all thought I was going to serenade you then, didn't I? Didn't you? No, I will never play the guitar badly on live stream. But, yeah, so I play the guitar a little bit. And I play the keyboard, and I've played the keyboards for, well, I was about 6 when I started, and I'm a bit older than that now, so you do the maths. But I've been playing it for a long time. Why are you disappointed, Global Chris? I've awarded you the blue spanner of power. What have you got to be disappointed about? Fat Whippet, can I sing? Watch the Assumptions About Me Part 2 video. I'll even be a good old chappy and provide you with a linky doodle. Intellectual Youth asks what I think of... what? Degues? I don't know what that is. Copy link address. We are Fat Whippet. Skadoosh. We are just shared the link to the Assumptions About Me video, and you tell me whether I can sing or not. Google moderator team says it's a fat gerbil. Clavin Freck. What do you think of Kent Hoving? I assume you mean Kent Hovind. I would tell you, except I made a conscious decision when I started this channel to never swear, never use any really bad words like f or words of that nature. So you probably don't want to know what I think of Kent Hovind. I think he's a completely spineless piece of crap, and I hope he gets herpes or something worse. Somebody just asked me a question, because I am going to wrap it up in about 5 minutes. So if anybody does want to ask me anything, ask me now. 650, what would be your dream Harley? Either a Road King or a Street Glide. One of the two. One of the two. But obviously, it's a shame that my two possible dream Harleys are both... there we are. See, I wish I'd thought of that, Audrey. That would have been much funnier than what I just said. What would be my dream Harley? A free one. Audrey is absolutely right. She can read me like a book. She can read me like a book. Yeah, a free one would be the ultimate, but I would either like a Street Glide or a Road King. One of the two. I call him Kent Hovind. I don't call him. I call him Inmate 065. I saw an original Indian today. Oh, right, you're talking about the bike. Yeah, I like Indians as well. I thought you were talking about the cuisine then for a second. I was going to say, God, that must be moldy as anything by now. But Dakota Dad, I've spent the first hour and 30 minutes of the live stream talking about that. Not really, but kind of. So basically, Dakota Dad, if you're having any of the issues that I've been speaking about in my social media posts and everything, you need to unsubscribe and then resubscribe. What's the worst thing about eating vegetables? Asks Sandy Lloyd Sr. Eating vegetables. I quite like some vegetables. I love Brussels sprouts. Which I know makes me a real weirdo. Brussels sprouts chopped up and fried with bacon lardons and chilies and garlic. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. Yeah, sorry Dakota Dad. I don't want to put everyone through it again because I bored them for the first hour and 30 minutes of the stream, so I don't want to bore them for the last 5 minutes. Yeah, so to answer 650's question, my dream Harley would be either a Street Glide or a Road King. One of the two. But I do really like the Heritage Softail as well. So one of those three. Trans Girl, I will do it straight away. I'll be finishing in 5 minutes and I will do it. It'll be the first thing I do, I promise. Would you do Route 66? I would love to. Absolutely love to. But whether I will ever get the opportunity to do so remains to be seen. Remains to be seen. I think that's about it, guys. I think I've ranted for long enough. What do you reckon? 386 likes, 319 people still watching. Thank you, everybody. Restores my faith in humanity. CGI. Of course I will. Dark God. Consider it done. Consider it done. Yeah, it is a shame it's in America. 650. You're right. Would you do a trip to Milwaukee to see the Harley Museum? Again, Audrey, that is something I'd love to do. Absolutely love to do. But maybe I will one day. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe one day you'll be walking around somewhere in the States and you say, I'm sure that's that stupid, bald, annoying Welsh turd walking down the other side of the street. And I'll go, hello. If it's you, obviously. If it's not, then it's a stranger. I'd probably just get arrested. But, yeah. I'm out here, guys. Take care. Thanks to oh, sorry. Wes has done a $5 US super chat. Content idea. Sovereign citizens, Moorish Americans. These people are insane. Moorish Americans. I am not familiar. I am going to copy and paste that very phrase. I have done a couple of sovereign citizens videos, but I am now doing a YouTube search on Moorish Americans. Oh dear. Just the thumbnails tell me that they're right up my street. I've lost my mouse pointer. Has anyone seen my mouse pointer? Is it gone? I can't end the live stream without it. Hello? Ah, found it. Panic over. I'll see you next time. Take care, everyone. Love you. Bye.
Don't forget to follow me on all of your social media platforms. Have a good day and have a creaky week.